Good morning, Sassy Fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in is for yours and theirs. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with reading types like yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today might include the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. I never know until the cards are on the table, right? But I would also ask you to include the possibility of seeing something related to work, family, goals, spiritual stuff. I'm just as like to see it. But like I said, take what resonates, leave what does not. According to some of your intimate tarot readings, you had a fabulous weekend and beyond. Libra, darling, what can I say? Yours was downright scandalous. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, but for the most part, the collectives, you guys showed me some amazing things, some steamy things, some lovely things. And some very, very sexy things as well. You know, last Sunday check-in I said, guys, I bid you, bring it on. And you did. And don't get me wrong, some of the readings get really real. But many of you were like, well, if you must know, yes, a little something special's happening for me. Oh my, yes. Some of your readings were just downright explicit. I'm thinking a Gemini on that one. Oh, yes. Anyway, it was a pleasure to do them all this past week.
Phrasing. Boom.
When discussing intimate tarot. Oh, yes, the puns, the double entendres. Well, they just roll off the lips, don't they? I'll tell you what, I got in on it too. Oh, yes. Truth be told, I had a fabulous weekend. Happy Valentine's Day to all, yes. Now, you know me. I only talk about something when there's something to talk about. So I don't know that I'll necessarily be discussing this again. But like I said, I wasn't displeased. But yes, I can honestly say I had fun this past weekend. I might have even posted a picture or two. Nothing crazy. I don't think. Anyway, if you care to join me, I'm also on Facebook. Now, mind you, I do not perform tarot on Facebook. That's what YouTube is for. Facebook is simply the tidbits on the peripheral that is my life. Okay, so I share things here and there, mostly about cinnamon, quotes, stuff like that. But yeah, if you'd like to join me, description box, yeah? All right, you guys, I cannot think of anything too outstanding and or significant going on. Well, there's always something going on, let's be real. But in terms of relating it to you all, I can say next week we'll be doing Celtic Cross for the weekly readings. And that's about it. That's all she wrote. Let's jump on into it, you guys. I will see you next week for your readings, and I will see you at your sign today. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? What's going on? Show me Leo, please. Oh, okay. What's going on? Show me Leo, please. And let's do one more. Show me Leo. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I said in the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Over here, 8 of Cups. The High Priestess, Temperance. Okay. The Empress, 9 of Swords, 3 of Wands. Okay. Overview, the Hanged Man. Okay. Whatever this is, yeah. It needs to be put on pause at this time. You're kind of showing me, roughly translated, I'm having to learn to let this go and understand that they're not with me at this time. It's hard for you to do. You are accustomed to this person being a presence in your everyday world, your 3D world, but they're currently not there. I don't know where they are. But you're saying from the long view, or the Hanged Man view, that's where this connection is right now. Okay. I need to absorb that. I need to accept it. 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I gotta let them go. They're their own person. They have their own agency. That's right. 10 of Pentacles, you have a foundation to take care of and maintain. And that's not just your personal home, career, finances. It's all those things plus your network, your community, your resources. You have a lot to do. It's not about keeping yourself preoccupied. That's not what I mean. I'm saying there's a lot to do with or without this person there, okay? But learning to let them go. They're on a path here that suggests healing, and goodness knows how long that will take. It's not meant to be rushed. Temperance equals time. 8 of Cups, the High Priestess, Temperance. From their point of view, internally, they knew they needed to check out. They knew. They may not know exactly what ails them. Excuse me. Not right now. Oh my gosh. They may not know exactly what ails them, okay, and kind of keeps them at an emotional distance, but they had enough of the intuitive self present to understand that they needed to heal, okay? And that is their own particular journey, so I'm glad that they're honoring it. It's good. It's good instinct. The Empress, Nine of Swords, Three of Wands. To be clear, you two worry about each other. They worry about you. You worry about them. It's equal. They say they needed the distance or the space. That's one of the things that worries you, right? The distance and the space. They kind of watch you from afar and they're worried about you too. The Empress. You both care about each other a great deal. They want you to remain empowered, and I have no doubt you wish the same for them. But what I'm happy to see here is that you are respecting this person's journey. It's the journey they need to take for themselves. And it requires healing that perhaps they don't fully understand yet, and neither do you. And I think that's why you worry about them. You don't know what this journey means for them necessarily. They have a hard time defining it. They just know that they've been absent, numb, or shut down for a while. And it's their job to figure out why that is, and learn from it and heal from it. But to be clear, you both share this. You both share this experience of worrying about each other. I promise you, no matter how far away they are, and I don't know how far they went, they think about you too. They want you to remain strong and empowered, especially if you're the one who has been assigned productivity here with the Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. They know, I believe, they're looking at you. They know it's a lot. They know you're doing a lot on your own. They know this was a hard ask to give them the space they needed. They know. That's why they worry about you. And you worry about them, as I said. But yeah, whatever this is, this connection of yours, I don't know what it is. It may not be romantic in nature. It's as I described it. It's on pause for now, and it requires reflection on both sides. Okay? Okay, let's get some advice. But hey, good job, honey, holding down the fort. That's no easy task, I know. The Ten of Pentacles can be quite demanding, yes. But I very much respect the fact that if this person needed to break away and go on a healing journey, and it's so vague, it tells me nothing. Except that they're trying to do their best to listen to themselves. And that you respect it. You learn to let them go. Okay. I guess I can handle that Ten of Pentacles by myself. You go do what you need to do. And you don't say that with malice. None whatsoever. I'm sure that you two check in with each other from time to time. I have no doubt. Let's get some advice, please. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Slow and steady, guys. Slow and steady. It's all right. Ace of Swords, confusion. I understand. You thought the pathway was straightforward. And now you're getting hit with this kind of confusing element. Steady path, very steady. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Things hadn't changed in a long time. Ace of Swords, and now we're confused. And the Tower. It was a bit of a shock to you, this disruption. It's like I was blindsided with this. Okay. I can see why. That was very steady. Things on your path hadn't changed in a long time, and now we're confused by this, the Tower. This abruptness, because it speaks to anti-stability, King of Pentacles and the Tower. It's kind of like we're trying to have this very stable life where everything's kind of in order. There's a way of doing things here. We're disrupting the order, possibly disrupting the stability, because why? You don't understand. Yeah, like I said, I hinted at that, didn't I? I said, I don't think they understand either. Why they themselves have been personally kind of shut down, numb. And that's why they got to go find that piece, that missing element in them, I know. But yeah, I know, it speaks to anti-stability. Are you eschewing this way of life? Does this way of life displease you? I thought we were on a projected course here. Anger, frustration with themselves. The High Priestess, yeah, they have that intuitive streak. It's that person who seems to be bored, checked out, but constantly defensive, agitated, sometimes restless. Yeah. Yeah. They listen to themselves. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. Anything else, please? King of Cups. But I promise you, love is still here. You two still very much care about each other. You do. I'm glad to see that. But yeah, this needs more time to unfold. Sorry, guys. The future in tarot is often just as I've described it. For right now, it holds or stands. And that in and of itself is a future. It stands as is. More progress needs to be made, at least on their side. All right? But I'm looking at you. I just want to let you know you got this. Memories. You have a lot of memories with this person. Reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet is hard. For some of you, this represents a soul bond, someone whom you've known a long time. You have a lot of memories in there with this person. That's why you also agreed to let them go. I think in some way you have come to trust their intuition over the years. I do. And it's shallow, hollow. Specifically, I don't think this is a shallow person. No. I do think, however, they've been feeling empty inside. Keyword. And it might come across as boredom, but really it's emptiness. Detachment, and we need to figure out why that is. Perspective. Okay. Right now, holding off as is. Somebody needs to clear their headspace, find their happiness, get recentered, readjusted. Okay. I agree. I'm glad that they listen to themselves, and I'm happy that you're honoring it. You know. Snake, poisonous, venomous thoughts, eating away at somebody, corrosive, journey, message of concern. I think someone here might be worried or concerned about their emotional or mental health, and they need to go on that journey, specifically the healing journey once more, as denotes here with Temperance, number 14, on that journey, and someone's mind was getting to the better of them, or their negative emotions were building up. Thinking all the worst thoughts, possibly ruminating constantly, high honor, anchor. You're there. You got this. Okay, I know that you do. You're a person of honor within your Ten of Pentacles, and I see that you remain steadfast to that. You're well known throughout your community and your work endeavors. You're the anchor here. You're the anchor. You're the anchor to the foundation and the way of life, and they know that. 35-25. G, E, Y, and I. We have the medallion of Sag twice, actually. Heavy Sagittarius energy here today. Could be connecting to. You might have some very strong Sag in your chart. And then we have the medallion of the child. Some of you might have children. Or, if not actual literal children, dependents in some way. They could also be the metaphor for childlike emotions, you know, simplicity, trust, just trust, and perfect love, unconditional love. For others, a sense of smallness, feeling helpless. Okay. As it resonates. Leo, honey, hopefully we can see more progress on this. I do. Check here the placements. Maybe there'll be more details for you. But for now, it's kind of like I said, it stands as is. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Sagittarius, please. What's going on? Show me, Saggy. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. We're just explaining the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. Oh, the World, the Magician, Two of Wands. Okay, Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the Sun. Okay, Shared, Ten of Swords, yeah. Queen of Wands, you darling, the Lovers. Ace of Cups, I just... Okay. You're kind of showing me, well, that's, you know, the first thing, I'm not going to lie, the first thing that occurred to me was another one bites the dust, Queen, obviously. As soon as I saw your downline, it's like, well, another one bites the dust. And I know that seems very nonchalant, like you don't care. It's not true. It's just, you're showing me I'm ready to move on. So I'm not trying to laugh to be mean, but you're like, I am ready to move on. So I'm assuming then you've done your background work, because you said, I'm ready. Ace of Cups, let's do this, let's rock. Yes, I'm ready for new love. My heart's open. I'm good to go. I'm Saggy, I'm awesome. The World, the Magician, Two of Wands. It's like, that's it. It's so definitive. Whatever it is that you used to manifest, not anymore. Whatever it is you used to draw upon from the universe, dear universe, please help Saggy out this way. Okay? No. No. We close that old cycle of want. Okay? The Magician, what we used to summon, Two of Wands. You used to look forward to it every day in a kind of present sense. And you stopped. Like, okay, I'm not going to manifest in that direction anymore. Thank you. Next. Okay. Okay. Four Swords, Four Pentacles, the Sun. This person, they're just now starting to feel good about their healing. Four Swords, Four Pentacles, the Sun. Feeling better about letting go. This one moves a little bit slower. It's not a challenge. It's not an accusation. It's just a truth. They have slowly, ever so slowly, learned to let go. And they're much happier for it. So I'm personally happy to see that. When somebody works through their Four of Pentacles, I always want to give them the credit. It's not easy. Four of Pentacles is one of those cards we kind of take for granted. It's just Four of Pentacles, let it go. It has such a grip. Four is one of the strongest numbers. It creates a circle. Okay. So we've used our Four of Swords here to heal through that Four of Pentacles and learning to let this connection go. The joys of it, the pains of it, learning to let it go and be happy once more. So I'm glad for them. Okay? So while you're ready to, it seems, be in a space of new, they're learning to just find their own happiness again, and specifically finding joy and learning to let this go. And yeah, that can absolutely produce joy. You bet. Over here, the two of you, what you both shared. Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Lovers. Oh, it was a strong connection. Oh, indeed. It's the kind that absolutely drove you crazy. I see you right there. Ten of Swords, but you also heavily associate, like I said, with the Lovers connection, the height of the joys and the lowest of the pain, the lowest of the lows. They're both here. And that's that connection that drove you absolutely crazy. And Ten of Swords, there was a lot of pain there, possibly a sense of betrayal, I don't know. But if it helps you, it left quite the imprint on you, and therefore, and therefore you to them. But yeah, I have no doubt you two were a significant chapter in each other's lives. But yeah, it's very distinctly over, at least for your side of the fence. It's distinctly over. And like I said, they're just learning to make peace with letting you go, or letting your two's connection go, and they're happier for it. You know, I can see that you two deeply affected each other's lives, but that doesn't mean we're meant to stay in each other's lives. I think you know that in your way, and they are learning to see that in their way too. That means you both learned from each other. You made an impact, and it wasn't just pain, but a good, deep influence in each other's lives. Okay? But yeah, so yours looks so tidy, so perfunctory. It makes me wonder how long you've had with that cycle to let it go, work through it. Theirs, think about it. They're just now showing me peace over this. You. I don't know. Yes. What is it? I'm hearing it. I know that one. Someone like you, Adele. Specifically, I saw the wishing well. I wish nothing but the best for you. Okay. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said, sometimes it lasts in love, and sometimes it hurts instead. Yes, very appropriate. Let me know if that resonates with you. I think you do wish each other well. But from your spiritual point of view, because this is the spirit, this is distinctly closed. And you're ready for a new door to open. So, as one door closes, another opens. That's exactly where you are. Any advice, please? I'm very curious about how you experienced healing and that sense of closure. This is complete on your timeline. I would love to see that. It's so different from this person who, like I said, is just now finding peace. Okay. 7 of Cups. Seven of Wands. Caution about opening up to options in love. Good. I'm happy to see that. Page of Cups, the Moon. Okay, good. So yeah, you have a game plan. You're already focusing on the future. I can't say I'm surprised. All right, it's very you. 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Yeah, I'm going to be open to options in love, but hello, standards, boundaries, caution. 7 of Wands. Good. You've already thought about it. Wonderful. Heads up. A little something's coming through by Pisces season, which is right around the corner. But soon. And then also could be indicative to the month of February, even though we're still technically in Aquarius season. And then 20th, thereabouts, Pisces season. Something's coming through that you didn't see or expect. Oh, could be an apology, maybe. Or it's someone who represents an option that you didn't see that coming. I don't quite know. And it could be Pisces influence straight up. The Hierophant. 3 of Wands. The Emperor. 2 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's the apology. Yeah. It's that one. It is that one, but just rest assured it's non-threatening. Non-threatening at all. In fact, I see it as being very empowered. Decision to come towards you in some way. Don't get me wrong, there's still some heartbreak there, but there is a very strong expression of, I care about you. And I think about you, and that you're worth the wait. Something like that. That you're worth the wait. I just report. What you actually do with that is entirely up to you. But roughly translated, it's like I care about you and want you to know that. I've done some good healing, and that's true. I can say that that's true. But they do say something to the extent of you're worth the wait. That is not in any way meant to imply that there's pressure on you to choose them. It's just, that's the suggested energy or conversation. Okay. 10 of Cups in reverse. Someone's sense of inner circle doesn't feel complete. And that's creating a kind of weird sort of dynamic with the self, that my life doesn't feel complete or it feels incomplete. Someone's missing from my inner circle, family, friends. That can include, of course, spouses, kids, lovers, etc. Okay. Alrighty. Just to let you know it's coming up. Of course, you're pursuing options and you're doing so cautiously. And then boom. Just a little heads up from the universe, Saggy honey. What you do with that is up to you. Possibilities. It's a possibility, one of many. Adventure, risks. Take a risk on this. Move on. I don't know. It's up to you. You have the possibility. Okay. The spying, well, it stands to reason. Again, it's non-threatening. The little eye, Page of Swords, keeping an eye. It could be you to them, they to you. But yeah, someone's looking for information, kind of scoping out the social networks. Preparation for coming forward, I have no doubt. Okay. T, P, Q, A, G. We have the medallions of Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Libra, double Scorpio for some of you. You might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to the season. Might be important to you. We also have the soul bond here, the infinity loop. Saggy honey, remember? Choices are choices. Possibilities are possibilities. Okay? I see this coming forward under light of the moon, or i.e. Pisces season. So, it's just unexpected. I can see why. You, from your point of view, this was over and you weren't manifesting it, and you hadn't for a long time. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Aries, please. Show me Aries. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board because I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Okay. King of Cups, Page of Swords, the Sun. Oh, good. Growing into your happiness. Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Shared, Page of Cups. Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Cups. Oh. Overview's the Fool. Beautiful. It's going to be a short read, and that's not a bad thing, so don't take it that way, please. This is gorgeous. King of Cups, Page of Swords, the Sun. You already have a huge heart, right, King of Cups? You take pride in your emotions, your emotional self, your intuitive self, your empathetic self, your sympathetic self, excuse me. Yeah, these are all superpowers of the King, Queen of Cups. You are who you are. You're kind of proud of it, too. Page of Swords, the Sun. You have been growing into this idea of personal happiness, exploring that more deeply these days. But where you're coming from is a space of self-love. I need to love myself more and pursue that which makes me happy. Okay. Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. And then I have someone who literally shares a home space with you, and they support you no matter what. Whatever it is you want to do. It's like, if that's what makes you happy, Aries, I want you to do it. And they mean it too. It's very literal. I like that. We got a lot of home support here. Work and home support. Okay. This is great. Very stable this person is. Beautiful. A lot of TLC in there. They seem to be so comfortable with who they are and their role. I love it. I absolutely love it. What is this reminding me of a little bit? If you have Gemini on your chart, perhaps check theirs out. Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Six of Cups. And so it has been between you two. It seems forever. What started out with a little bit of emotion between you two, over time, you grew into a Six of Cups. So it's actually nice to see the origin story of a Six of Cups right here. I would love to clarify the heck out of that. Typically, I just see a pre-existing Six of Cups. I see how yours was made. Okay, with a little bit of love. That's how you two started over time. And it grew into a Six. You're in each other's soul tribe. It's almost like you met them that day and you knew. You knew who they were instantly. Just a little bit. That first meeting, that first moment where you felt a little bit of softness. You took a chance, you invested a little bit. Fast forward, Six of Cups. You two have a very unique bond, a very strong bond. I'm guessing you two sync up a lot. The Fool. You, my friend, are personally ready for a new beginning, but one that represents happiness. You've got a full-time supporter here, and they're saying whatever it is that makes you happy, Aries, I want you to do it. That's a partner. That's not just a partner, that's also a soul bond. This is what happens when soul bonds are high functioning. Okay, it's beautiful. So you're on the precipice of doing something for yourself that would make you incredibly happy. You feel it? Almost like a surge, don't you? Yeah. Whatever it is. Like your partner, I support you. I wonder what it is. Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Emperor. You, darling. That's you. That's your power card. Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Oh, you've been waiting for the time to be right to make that investment. It does require you taking a risk, but also affords you a new opportunity and happiness. I don't know what it is that you've been thinking about doing, but I hope that you will consider it. You will be ready by your birth season, which is, well, let's see. We enter Pisces season soon. So yeah, yours is going to be around March 20th. I hope you do it. It's entirely solely dependent upon you. But I can say this, your heart's in the right place, your spirit as the Fool is in the right place, And your sense of growing into the sun, what makes you happy, is coming from all the best places in you. So I hope whatever that is, you do it. You do it for you. I love their support for you. It's so beautiful. It's so natural. So simple. But invest. It seems like you've waited long enough. Like I said, it's going to be a short reading. It's wish fulfillment. That's all I know. It's wish fulfillment. That's it. It's done. Reading's done. They're short when the energy's in alignment and no one's showing me fragmentation. That's why. It's not a punishment. It's the opposite. It's more like a reward. The shorter the reading, that just tells me everybody's got their shit together. That's all. It represents a space of wish fulfillment. So as you can relate or resonate, let me know in the comments. Okay? For some of you, it represents a work endeavor. For some of you, also, it represents a personal project. Others of you, it's taking up that hobby you're always curious about. I don't know. But I'm glad that you're supported. In beauty. Oh, well, that's lovely. Oh, some of you are quite the beauty. Charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Oh, I can definitely see the kind-hearted piece. So it is time then for you to do something for yourself. Something that makes you happy for once. Don't get me wrong. If you're the King, Queen of Cups, you love other people naturally if it feels right in your heart. And you're going to act for them and provide for them or be generous towards them. But remember, everything begins with the self. It's time for you to be kind to you. Okay? But yeah, some of you are associated as a great beauty. And some of you, you're family-oriented. You have a family. This could represent a marriage. Perhaps some of you have kids. But you try to do everything for your family first and yourself second. Am I right? Yeah. I don't know the loyalty. I don't know if it's necessarily going to accept this card. It's face down, but loyalty's here. Oh, yeah. You trust each other implicitly. You trust each other implicitly. It's like a foregone conclusion. It's so beautiful. It's so sweet, guys, to see this. I typically see Six of Cups all the time. Just like I said, it's a given factor, or it's deteriorating in some way. And yours is like, oh, no. The day I met them, I knew. I just knew it in my heart. And we've been together ever since. Yeah. It's a great story right there. I'm guessing you sacrificed a lot for family. Harvest. Fall. Wish fulfillment, childlike thinking. Many of you kind of quietly killed your dreams. Maybe for having a family. Okay, something like that. And you want to get back to it. And it was always kind of easy to write it off as childlike thinking or wish fulfillment. But no. No. You can take those dreams back now. Okay? Anything else? 10, 13. You had to sacrifice a lot for family. You know, something like that. Mature woman. Some of you, this might be your demographic or the person you're connected to. Could be either or. But middle-aged woman, mature, that's where that TLC is coming from, I believe. That sense of care. The moon, the house. Some of you have some, well, things that you've been keeping to yourself about what you'd like to do to improve your home or house. Something you've always wanted to do. You might start looking into that. Maybe you didn't take it seriously. Well, you're going to start taking it seriously now. And then for some of you, around Pisces season. Yeah, that's the moon. I'm seeing the moon for everybody. 3220. Yeah, but some of you, quietly, there's things you've always wanted to do for your house or your home. And maybe now's the time to start doing that, you know? Especially if you're one of those handy-dandy Aries. It's like, I want to do it myself. Thank you. All right, VLW. We have the medallions of Gemini. Like I said, if you have Gemini in your chart or you're connecting to one, perhaps check theirs out. You, Aries, and then Sagittarius. You might have these very strong placements in your chart, naturally. Could be connecting to, or the seasons might be important to you. The four-leaf clover, touch of luck, never hurt anybody. And then the music note. Some of you, that's your profession, your hobby, music. And for most people, however, music is a way of tuning. Tuning into the intuitive self or the emotional self. Continue on with that practice. It does nothing but good. All right, Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, welcome to your Sunday check-in. And happy birthday. Sometimes I do a long sweep of the table. Oh, is everything in place? Need to do that before I hit the on button. What's going on? Show me. Aquarius, please. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. The Fool, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, cool. Over here, 2 of Pentacles, Death, 9 of Swords. A little late to worry about that now. The World, the World, 7 of Wands. It's like I said, it's a little after the fact. Yeah. Okay, 4 of Swords, resting, healing. You're calm, collected, cool as a cucumber. You're fine. You're fine. You got this. And you're excited. You've had a lot of time to reflect on this that you are about to build into. This opportunity, this project, this new beginning in work, career, or a tangible goal. But 4 of Swords, you put a lot of thought into this, rested on it, reflected on it many, many times. You're ready. You're ready. The Fool, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. But this is manageable ready, mind you. This isn't impulsive. This is not brazen, bold, or brash. No, no, no. It's extremely level-headed. There's a plan in here. It's a step-by-step plan, baby steps, and then we start building into the larger plan, and then the idea is it gets bigger from there. But yeah, it's about to start for you. I'm really excited for you. This is great, and it's very workable. I cannot begin to stress this enough. It's not at all slapdash, put together last minute. No, this is planned. This is articulated actions, steps. The Fool, you're about to begin your new thing. I'm so excited for you. Let me know what that is. That's real, guys. That's real. That's tangible. When I'm not looking at friendships, I have no doubt you're working with others. But no, this is yours. This is your baby. And it's just starting. Oh, for some of you, it represents a new opportunity in career, work, or I don't know what. But I'm excited for you. A lot of thought has gone into it. Now, over here, 2 of Pentacles, Death, 9 of Swords. This is somebody whom said, count me out. Everybody's got their reasons. Okay, fine. 2 of Pentacles, Death, count me out. And 9 of Swords. And now we're starting to wonder, much too late, if that was the bad call, or maybe I should have done the opposite. It's done now. Like, I don't know what the point of stress. I mean, we made a decision here. I don't know if I have the time, energy, or effort to get involved in this. I'm not gonna. Death. And now on the other side of that is stress. Ah, crap. Did I make the wrong call? It kind of tells me whatever it is you're doing here is kind of ground floor work. And the only way to go is up. And this person has the opportunity to get in with you on this thing at the ground floor level. And I think they declined that opportunity. Now, to each their own. We all have our own reasons. But I hate that they're stressing out about it now, 9 of Swords. The World, 7 of Wands, the Emperor. That looks like a competing cycle to me. You stand firm in the conviction, no, 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 you declined, and that's okay. I'll take it from here. And they're like, can I circle back to that door and try to reopen it or be part of this? We didn't stand firm in our convictions the first time, so we kind of want a second chance to get in on this. And you're like, no, 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 I got it from here. Because now technically this thing's working and or functioning. So you may not need their help anymore, or assistance, or their time, energy, effort in some way. So yeah, I'm seeing that as a competing world. Put it this way. As someone here is trying to open a door, the other person's trying to keep it shut. You both technically share this. Oppositions on both sides. And the Emperor here standing firm in our convictions, much too late. And the other one asserting, no, 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 that's fine. I'm good. I don't know what the heck happened here, Aquarius, honey. But I don't want your reading to take away from you. Right here, you're doing good things here, and I'm excited for you. This is something you've put so much thought into. So look, I will often see people make choices and be like, oh, can I go back on that? And sometimes we can. Sometimes we can. Sometimes there's still room at the table. And you're just like, no, my table got booked. That's a full flight, if you will. That's a full table. There's no spots left. You know, this was by RSVP only. Sorry, you missed the RSVP. See what I'm saying? So I don't know that you're necessarily trying to be mean or malicious. It's just the truth. It's like, oh, I'm good. My team's good. I'm good. This thing's taken off. I understand. I appreciate it, but this team's full. You see what I'm saying? But why am I saying this? Because it's coming up. Whenever you're out of your resting phase. Oh. Yeah, whatever this is has limited spots, didn't it? Yeah. I've been in that situation. I have. You know, you ever start something or you only need a key couple of folks and you got to sort those folks out. Okay. And there's some folks you hope they join, but they don't. And then it's like, I wished I had. Well, you know, I understand that. Knight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Oh, the enthusiasm. Gosh, you are so psyched up. I love it. Like I said, when you come out of that period of rest and that you feel like you can sign off on all the plans and sign off on the bottom line and get this thing going, boom, the energy flies. Oh my gosh, this thing takes off, doesn't it? The Knight of Wands, Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles. You're like, oh, here we go. Yeah, indeed. Oh my gosh. This thing's going to build fast, guys. I love the enthusiasm. I love the energy. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at that. Some of you are the face of whatever this is. Fast talkers too, some of you. But still is a good investment. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Good news, guys. Oh, that energy is going to fly. The investment's going to take off. Good. Well done. Oh, no, that's 100% you. You might have some very strong earth in your chart. Or this, frankly, this is just your baby, regardless. Right? You're building this thing from the ground up. Naturally, you're excited. If you're opening a business, congratulations to you. The word is flying. Good press, good publicity. It moves fast. Oh, no, yeah. No, there they are. Page of Swords, little guide, little bit of knowledge. Not just, there's that opportunity. Oh, no, they missed the boat. It's okay. They'll have other things that they can do. I'm seeing the regret pretty hard on this one. So here at the time, we had a little bit of knowledge. Okay, just a little bit. And ideally, we investigate further, we learn more, and then we have a stronger truth. Ace of Swords. So this is what you call the amplification knowledge. This is a good thing, but we're seeing it later. Oh, no, I got that good thing going. It's your brainchild. It's your thing. It's your baby. Like, why didn't I participate in that? I see it now for what it is. Yeah, hindsight's always 20/20. I know, and it was about that opportunity. That's okay, guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap it. Yours, like Aries, when they're straightforward, they're straightforward. No fuss, no muss. So, congratulations to you. I'm very happy for you. You have every reason to be excited. You're not showing me any ill will towards this. It's just kind of like, I only needed so many people. You know? They're going to ask. Don't be surprised if they ask. Aquarius, is there any more room to be part of this? You're like, no. No. But it's not done so in a mean way. No. I just see it reinforcement. You're kind of insisting, and then they kind of insist a little bit back. Are you sure you don't have space for me? Something like that. So you handle that. How are you going to handle that, honey? You're okay. I know it's realizations. It's seeing things much too late. Oh, appreciating the idea much too late. Yeah. Epiphanies, insights, finally understanding the vision, the dream, or the goal. I got it. Abandoned, feel like they, no, honey, they didn't lift out. They walked themselves out. I see it right here. They went back and forth on it and then concluded, no, it's better I don't get involved. So they can't say you abandoned me from this idea. No, I tried to include you. You said no, and that's fine. I have working with me those folks who need to be here. You need to do your own thing. It's fine. Oh, gosh, karma. You know, not yours, theirs. You know, before you shoot something down next time, give it a little more thought, a little more appreciation, listen a little better. They had the opportunity. I'm so sorry. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Hopefully they have the opportunity that in future something else like this comes along. They'll give it a little bit further look into it before shooting it down. you know. But yeah, it's okay. Karma isn't a dirty little word, guys. It's neutral. It's neutral. It's what you deserve in the end, in some way, you know. You made a decision to not put yourself into this. I'm sure they had good reasons at the time, but the karma is such, is that regret is here. I wished I had done. It's neutral. You know, but also, if we pay attention to karma, it's a lesson too, for next time, because there will be a next time. Strike while the iron is hot. Listen, as opposed to being shut off. Contribute. Contribute if you honestly have the time, energy, effort, and you know that, then contribute sooner rather than later. You know? Try not to talk yourself out of stuff so much. Don't assume the worst. Okay. No, you didn't abandon them. You tried to include them. I know, it's okay. 19. Yeah, well. It's over. Let's see that, please. Okay. Wish endings twice. Marriage, the Institute. They're showing me here the emphasis of commitment, not necessarily relationship. I stand by that conviction. I'm not looking at a relationship. I'm looking at an opportunity here. And you tried to include this person. Couple thoughts. They showed me an ending twice. So this person might have been going through an ending. Okay. And again, in which case, back away. Stop apologizing. They're going through an ending of their own and they couldn't put themselves into this. It happens. But then we have the Institute commitment concept twice. Someone did not think this would be a lucky situation, so they couldn't commit to it. Lack of commitment twice. Okay. Courthouse. Legality. Technicalities. I think from their point of view, they saw nothing but red tape and something that wouldn't take off. It was too complicated, too hard, or too officious. Now for you, for the Aquarius I'm looking at, you'd already pretty much thought everything through. Maybe they had trust issues. Maybe they couldn't see things from your point of view or how much you were prepared. I don't know. But I'm seeing a lack of faith or commitment to this twice. Okay, 19, 3, 2, 8, 19 again, and 23. Okay. Yeah. C, R, X, P, and there's that palm hand again. Okay, sign of commitment, Taurus energy here. Lack of faith, conviction. So yeah, they might have had some personal stuff going on, like the deterioration of relationship or marriage. But then I wouldn't be seeing all this. I wish I had doubted. Okay. All right, Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Oh, okay. What's going on? Show me Gemini, please. Show me Gemini. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explain in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Okay, 3 of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. Okay, be careful with that, please. Okay. Fine line there between pleasure and pain, you know. Tower. Page of Wands, Judgment. Oh. 6 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. Okay. Overview of the Moon. Yeah, it's time we got confrontational with it. It's been under the moon, acting in a space of illusion and fantasy for a while. This person's getting a phenomenal amount of pressure to reveal themselves or the truth of what they're doing. Thing is, it's the Tower. They need confrontation within the self first. You, for your part, 3 Cups, Ace of Wands, 3 Swords. Like I said, please be careful. It's a fine line here between pleasure and pain. While you connect to this, it also simultaneously breaks your heart. It doesn't feel correct. It does not feel correct. I can see that when it's on, and you're enjoying yourself, and you enjoy the connectivity piece, and passionate too. Like I said, it also undermines the principle of healthy connectivity because it breaks your heart. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm seeing some breadcrumbing here, like a lot of it. Possibly some third-party activity. Okay? The Tower, Page of Wands, Judgment. Even the universe is pressing on this person, hey, deal with your shit. You're lying and you know it. And I know that because they have Blessings, Judgment. What they're doing with you is what was done unto them. And they're not confronting themselves on it with the Tower. They're still building into this delusion that they're not breadcrumbing you, that it's not a false connection, that it's not hurting you. And no, they're not doing anything to you that has been done unto them. No, they would never. That's false. That's false. That's the Tower, Page of Wands, Judgment. If, let's put it this way, the universe is such, it's like if we don't reveal these things for ourselves, the universe will do it for us, right? Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Page of Swords. To be clear, you both have built into this. You both went back and forth on it, but Page of Swords. A willingness to keep the insight small. We didn't want to overthink it too much, am I right? On the surface, without the illusion and the fantasy. You're playing into the fantasy, they're playing into the delusion. They know it's false. I know they're familiar with this structure because it's been done to them too. And they probably said, you know what? They know what it's like to be in a breadcrumbing situation. They probably told themselves, I would never do that to somebody else, but they're doing it to someone else. They're doing it to you. And if it's third party, it's that much worse. Right? It's hard to tell because between what you two share is what looks like a reasonable back and forth process that's fairly predictable, but you're both willing to kind of turn a blind eye to the deeper issues. Page of Swords is very little insight, yet on the surface, where you two interact with it, other people can see you, it looks like a perfectly normal balance. But it's not. We're lacking insight. That's willful. This is willful. I see how you're experiencing things, operating under the moon, trying to play into the fantasy that there's nothing wrong here, and we're not breadcrumbing each other. No. Every time I see them or connect to them, Christina, I don't feel a little bit more heartbroken. No, not at all. There's no heart to break. We have a very simple, balanced sort of something. Connection or friendship, right? That Tower, if they don't own their truth, it will be owned for them. Either you'll figure it out eventually, or universe will tattletale on them in some way and make it glaringly obvious about what's going on here. Okay. Pisces season's coming up, guys. Let's be mindful of our honest energies here. Please know that you have a part to play in this. It takes two to participate in this balance. And keeping a blind eye or a small eye to the situation isn't helping. See it for what it is. This is the reality. How much of your emotional energy is playing into the fantasy? Right? Because, honey, it looks like they're not revealing, even though they're getting all the pressure in the world to reveal themselves. See this for what it is. I know they've been through it. I know it. But that's part of the denial with the Tower there. Right? I would never. I know what this is like. I know what it's like to be breadcrumb. I know what it's like to be led along. I know what it's like to rope somebody in onto a third party. It's been done to me. I would never do it to someone else. So therefore, if we create these balances that look perfectly normal on the surface, we give ourselves plausible deniability that we're doing these very things that we said we would never do. So, now if you're also a willing participant, it just reinforces their delusion. Gemini's not doing anything like that. No, they tell me all the time, we're good friends. Or we balance really well. They tell me. Yeah. You're both playing into it. Yours is coming from this space of, oh, I know there's more in there. I know there is. And that's part of the fantasy. So your illusion might be playing into their delusion. Do keep that in mind. And that's if you resonate. I'm not saying you have to. Just because you clicked on Gemini doesn't mean it's yours. Okay? So if it doesn't speak to you, then guess what? It's not yours. You're either in this very unhealthy situation, or you're not. Okay? The shadow. And Four Swords. We need to rest on this, reflect on this. Our inner shadow versus theirs. Ours in and of ourselves is enough to contend with. And yes, you do. You have an inner shadow. Thing is, when you know what it is, you can check it. You can work through it. You heal through it, and that way your shadow doesn't cast itself onto someone else. Their shadow is currently casting over you, but hey, delusion. No, they're not. Okay. Honey, don't allow the fantasy of more run your life. If you had more with them, there'd be more. It wouldn't have to be hidden in plain sight. The shadow, 4 swords, 10 of cups, 8 of wands. See, that's the fear. You're so clever. I know you rest and you fantasize about more. 10 of cups, emotional harmony, being able to communicate openly and freely. You're afraid that will never be the case. Yeah, that's a good point. Are you able to communicate with them openly and freely now about emotions? Quality of life? The inner circle? Okay. What is my place in your life exactly? Right? How do you title me when you talk about me? Am I your girlfriend? Am I your boyfriend? Or am I just that person you hang out with every now and again? Exactly. You can't talk to them about the big stuff. You're never gonna. 7 of Cups. It's a choice to remain open to this. It is a choice to remain open about this. It's also a choice to open up to new love, and this ain't it. 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands. It's a choice, guys. It's a choice. You have a choice. We have a choice here. I know it hurts. That 3 of Swords hurts. I see that Ace of Wands hurts. Your pride hurts. Your passion hurts. I understand that. But it's a choice to continue to choose this. And it would also be a choice to dig deep and understand you're worth so much more. And new love. Versus something here that looks like it's wearing on you a little more every day in all the worst ways. But you still get to maintain this face that it has a particular value. When I see you aching privately for more, knowing you're not getting it from here. I see the big reveal hasn't happened, so they're still keeping that to themselves. Yeah, delusion's a hard thing to break through. That's a wonderful thing about living in denial. You know, it doesn't have a postcode. You can't reach that person. I hope that you discover what's right for you in time. Because this ain't it. You're actively being deceived when someone who's deceiving themselves first. Everything begins with the self. So if someone is not being honest about who they are, what they're doing, their intentions or lack thereof, lack of intent is just as bad as anything else. If they can't be honest with themselves, why would they be honest to you? Stop keeping a small eye on this. If there was more to be, I mean, that's a big clue right there. Can you talk to them openly and freely about emotions? I'm just saying more of this. This is also a choice. Okay, moving on. I think you get it. By Pisces season, I'm guessing more revelation there. And insight that you can't take back. Okay? I hate readings like this, but also anything that might help you or free you from this, I'm all for it. Okay? Ecstasy. Oh, I know. It's keywords here, chasing thrills. Are you this person's thrill or good time? While you're over there desiring, hoping for more. Are they just chasing cheap thrills? Are you their cheap thrill? Is that how you identify, Gemini? You're not anybody's good time. I know how they were treated like that once and they're doing it to you. They just have their blinders on, completely oblivious. I would gain some distance from this if I were you, specifically separation, space, or full blockage. At this point, I don't think you owe it anything. Boundaries. Enough is enough. Distance, boundaries. You and I need to separate or not see each other. I'm not telling you what to do. That's what's here. Okay? You need to arrive to your own conclusions. But let me tell you this. The longer you continue to play into that fantasy, it reinforces their delusion. There's nothing to change or confront. Right? You don't need to fix something if you don't think it's a problem, right? Okay, some of you ascribe to the main female. You are the main female, or perhaps they are. Number 2, she who bears the rose. A journey. Expect to go on a long journey. of enlightenment, wish fulfillment, what? Official person. A journey to empowerment. Okay. We need to go on a journey of empowerment. Understand that you are rare, exotic, and beautiful. A lot of people are going to want you, and for all the wrong reasons. You're not someone's plaything just because you're different, beautiful, or exotic. All the more reason you need to protect yourself, your interest, and your energy. A lot of people will see who you are and say, I want in on that. I have no idea how hard it is to grow that. So I got someone going in there into your greenhouse and fondling your best, most exotic plants and messing up that glass house of yours because they want access to the rare and the exotic. All the more reason. Exercise empowerment. Possibly end this, yes. 19, 20, 10, 2, 22. In R, we have the medallions of Libra. You might have some very strong Libra in the chart, could be connecting to. The seasons might be important to you. We also have Dove, sign of peace. Peace for yourself first and foremost. Between you and this person, probably not. But peace for yourself. I hope so. Okay, the music note, that's easier. We'll start with that. Some of you, profession, hobby, music, or frankly, that's how a lot of people tune intuitively, their emotional selves. That's an excellent practice. Continue to do so. Twin dolphins. I don't do twin flames, okay? But I do believe we can line up to somebody, let's call them soul bonds, in such a way that it feels very unique, or like this is your other half. And maybe they are. But not right now. Okay? Also, dolphins typically denote playfulness. I think that you two know how to play well when you're around each other, yes? Capture that sense of youth, maybe. A sense of when times are easier, and you might share a similar playful heart. But that does not mean one's best interest is in the other's mind. It's way too lighthearted, playful, and you're not a plaything. Okay? Gemini, I hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Libra. Oh. Show me Libra. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Okay. Temperance. Yeah. The Fool. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles. Very good. 6 of Swords over here. Judgment. 6 of Cups. Shared. 2 of Swords. The Lovers. Page of Swords. Overview. The Hermit. You're doing great, actually. Massive healing progress you have made. Steady, too. The Hermit, Temperance, the Fool. 7 of Pentacles. Beautiful healing. Took a long time, though. Like a long time. And you are learning to appreciate this open spirit towards your 7 of Pentacles. The stuff that you already have in place, your pathway, you're seeing it differently now. You're seeing so much more opportunity in your life now than ever before. It was there. It was there. It's been there for a long time, but it was hard for you to see it that way. Because this took up a significant amount of time on your timeline. And I think it pulled you away from your pathway and seeing its potential there, maximizing it. But oh my goodness, the Hermit, Temperance, the Fool. You've done such a beautiful job healing. You're open to new possibility within a pre-existing structure. Seeing your way of life so differently. There's so much more within it that you're saying I could be doing. And I see that now. I get it. This must have been a massive distraction. It's a good one. Can't say it's not, but it's a massive distraction. 6 of Swords, Judgment, 6 of Cups. You know what? This is absolutely one of those persons that needed to be withdrawn from your life. I'm sure you didn't see that at the time. I'm sure you did not want to see them go. 6 of Swords, Judgment, 6 of Cups. They belong somewhere else. You two had your own connection. It's quite strong. Right here. Lovers. Oh, yeah. But they chose a different direction. A different connection, mind you. I'm trying to say it as delicately as possible. They chose a different connection. Six of Swords, Judgment. Yeah, they made choices. They did. But I promise you, they didn't need to be on your path either. Two of Swords, the Lovers, Page of Swords. There are so many things that confuse you about that connection to this day. A couple things you know are true. One, it was very, very strong. And two, like I said at the beginning, it was a massive distraction. It pulled you away from the basics of your life, it seems. That your pathway had become stagnant. You didn't pursue new opportunity there because of this. And you get to rectify that now. That's beautiful. You have so much to open up to. It's not even funny. You're seeing your world so differently now, minus this person's influence. No distractions now. No unnecessary energetic noise or a 3D person. No. You get to get back on your path and really appreciate it. And dig into it. And explore new avenues and roads of profit and success if that's your thing. I'm happy for you. I really am. You look free, liberated, but calm. Content. I would even say at peace. With the Hermit and Temperance, yeah, there's some peace in there. Floating around, but that freshness of spring with the Fool. Yeah. I'm excited for you. In Judgment, they had choices they made. But yeah, I strongly suspect they weren't supposed to be on your path or in your field of vision. Perhaps they were lover of the season, not lover of a lifetime. I have so much confusion around it. Two of Swords, Page of Swords. Technically, you two share this. You both have the impression of a strong connection, but it's kind of like saying, when you think of them and they think of you, what was the point? No, there was influence in there. It seems to me, in the absence of their influence, you see their influence more. It's like, now that you're not here, I can see the quality of my life more appropriately and participate in better because you're not here. I don't know why you showed up on my timeline. I just had a feeling you were going to go in that direction. I don't know why you messed around with me. But I tell you what, I appreciate you a lot more now that you're not here. And I know that sounds harsh, but sometimes it takes these strong connections to allow us that perspective. Thank you for being that influence. But I see now I'm better off without it. You have direction, focus, quality of life. There's so much more for you to discover. Because they're not here. They chose another direction. That's their choice. They're probably wondering, why did I bother try to get on Libra's timeline? I knew I was going to go over there to that connection. I don't know. Neither do they. But for you, I really see your side a lot more clearly. Your life seems to have so much more quality, production, and open spirit in their absence. Okay. Not because of their presence. Let's get some advice, please. Two of Wands. The World, the Moon. It's coming up soon. Everybody's showing me the Moon. I can't say I'm surprised. As we get closer and closer to the season, I'm much more likely to pull that power card. So everybody's getting the Moon, i.e. Pisces. And I'm still getting a heavy amount of the Star as well, because we're still currently in Aquarius season. But by this upcoming Pisces season, you're going to see things oh so clearly. You will have some revelations, my friend. Oh my. You'll be able to see them, clearly observe them. Oh, wow. You're going to have some front row tickets there. So, while you may not have been able to fully understand their purpose, why did you try to connect to me just to go choose that connection over there? I got already some fairly large insight for you. You are so spiritually and emotionally abundant now without them. It's like your world is just starting to unfold. Even though it was there this whole time. But how could you put anything into it? You had a distraction. You're going to get like a part 2. Some massive clarity and or revelation soon enough about that cycle and why it closed. And therefore, that also makes me think why it opened at all. What was the bigger point? Whoa. The stuff that kind of eluded you. Oh my. The Magician. You keep on keeping on. Oh yeah. No, you're absolutely dead on bang. There's other stuff you already anticipate spiritually and emotionally. Right here, so spiritual. Look at you. The Magician, the High Priestess, so quality. Such quality intuition. Okay. It must have been hard to hear yourself when you were connected to them, wasn't it? I would bet good money on that. And I don't mess around with money. I bet good money. You couldn't hear yourself when you were connected to them, could you? Because things are gently but beautifully unfolding for you now, because you're back in tune. But the Magician, the High Priestess, Knight of Wands, you are manifesting on your own behalf double time, and it feels beautiful. Something's rushing in soon. You have a feeling something good is coming. Mind you, these are unrelated. This is what you do know. This is what you are actively practiced. This is an active practice right here. From the intuitive self, I know what I'm manifesting. The energy's good. You're anticipating something any day now. Okay, this is what you know. This is what you don't know. You'll have more clarity on this particular situation soon enough, but this is what you do know. This is active manifestation. Yeah, something's incoming soon. Again, separate incidents. Yeah, energy's good. You're so excited, anticipating, filled with hope. Oh, there you go. Sleeping Beauty, 4 Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So I told you, you're just now getting back into that space of putting your mind, your full attention back on this path, 7 of Pentacles, that perhaps got stagnant, no growth, no development because of this distraction. Well, guess what? That hasn't been a problem in a long time. 4 Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're seeing your world in a whole different way, in a whole different light. It's like, this is just the making of me. I'm expanding more now in their absence than when they were with me or trying to connect to me. There's a lesson in that, guys. There's an offer coming in, having to do with your work goals, I believe. Congratulations. Oh, it's almost here. I'm so excited for you. Yay. I know, guys. These strong connections, we don't always know what to make of them while they're happening. But then you start to see what's happening in their absence, and it's good things. There's a lesson in there, guys. These strong connections, I don't care how strong they are. Do they build you up or they tear you down? And if they're distracting, sorry, it might be a very sexy distraction, but it's still tearing you down. Okay, because you put focus on them. You put time, energy, and effort and feeling into these people, thinking it's going to go somewhere, instead of into this pathway, right? That kind of got neglected or fell to the wayside, where you got bored with it. But in this person's absence, you've done so much massive healing. You see the potential in your world again, and you want to get it back to a place of growth. Intense growth. Heart fog, mixed signals. Yes, I know, mixed signals were here. Blocked emotions, mixed signals though. Strong connections, very small insight, mixed signals. Back and forth, second chance. Reconciliation. Time. Couple thoughts. First, I see this judgment call, reconciliation with the 6 of Cups. It looks like they got a comeback call, second chance call from someone whom they already have a pre-existing bond with, and they chose that. Straight away. And that was just a matter of time. Beware. I say beware. They might be a changed person by then, but what was done unto them, they will do unto you. Eventually, when the time is right, they will seek a second chance with you. There, I said it. That's another reading, and that's further out, much further out. When somebody gives you that second chance, you take it seriously. You know? And it looks like they did. They left you in the process. But there will come a time when they ask a second chance of you. What goes around comes around. Just because they made a choice doesn't necessarily mean it was the right one. But it turns out it was right for you. You're thriving, like I said, in their absence. Like I said, it's just a matter of time. Words, messages, little birdies, talk, talk, talk. There's a lot of talk here. Talk, little messages. They mean nothing to me. Birds, yap, 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 social media, online bullshit. Stronger message, the messenger, concern, 33. A message of concern, expectation, poverty. Okay. Eventually someone's going to talk about feeling abandoned, left out. Okay. But you know what, guys, for the most part, I just see how you concentrated on your own path and you got back to what matters, the fundamentals. But eventually, I think someone's going to come around in time and claim poverty or abandonment. Okay? What you do with that, that's another reading for another day, like I said. But for the most part, I see you concentrating on what matters. I see a bunch of little messages and things. Don't let that distract you. No small messages. No little words. Did you hear about so-and-so? I don't want to hear about so-and-so. What else you got to talk about? Yeah, something like that. Concern yourself with your path, your business. Okay. F, R, D, P, A. We have the Medallion of Pisces. You might have some very strong Pisces in your chart. Could be connecting to, and I insist the upcoming season's important. And then we have the Rose of Venus. Not surprised, you are ruled by the planet Venus. However, Libra, for some of you specifically, might be your Venus placement. You might be double, triple, quad Libra, which is possible, absolutely. And then whomever this is might have Libra as their Venus, or perhaps you consider them your Venus. I don't quite know. Okay, but it's there. And then a peacock, feathers on display. You know, perhaps you're a bit of a looker. Perhaps they were. Showboat energy, maybe. Attraction, sure. Pride, possibly. However it works is however it works in this reading. Okay, as it resonates. Libra, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Taurus, please. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. For you, Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles. You made a very official decree here. Five of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit. Shared, Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups, the World. Overview, Ten of Wands. Yeah, I see you shouldering the responsibility of this one. Like I said, you made a very official decree here, and you're taking it seriously. At Ten of Wands, this wasn't easy for you? No. But it also says, I assume the responsibility of this particular hardship. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying anyone or suggesting anyone here is at fault. You're saying, I know what I said. And I know what I'm standing next to. It was my decision. This isn't easy for me, but I have declared it as such. Strong mind here, strong truth. Ace of Swords and the willingness to back it up. Seven of Wands says so. King of Pentacles, you are you. Okay? You're showing me a lot of firmness here. Kind of like my will, my way. And whatever hardship that means, you're willing to take that on. Over here, Five of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit. Strong sense of, look, I have regrets too, but I'm willing to give it another go. Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit. Very strong Earthian vibe here. Could be connecting to a fellow Earth sign. I am not associating this with opportunity or career at all. But let's give it another chance or a second chance. Here's my best offer. I don't think you're interested. This would be a renewed Ace of Pentacles. Let's work on it. Let's work on this path together. The best offer here. Let's give it another go, right? No. Someone's heart has closed the door and the other person's still trying to keep it open. It's not necessarily bad. It's not necessarily evil or malicious or harmful or mean. I think you've had enough. That's probably the best way I can describe it, because you're showing me that firmness. that typically with Taurus is non-negotiable, and also because they've had enough. But Ten of Swords, pain here, which, by the way, is no guarantee of an ending. Common misconception about tarot, Ten of Swords. It can be a precursor, yeah, but people can live with pain for a very long time. And Queen of Cups, the world, means something very different to you both. You see it as, my heart's done. It's full of needles or swords, pain, possibly a sense of betrayal here. And I want to close this door or this chapter in my life and how it affects me emotionally. The other person's like, I have those pains too. I have those regrets too. Five of Cups, but I'm doing my best. I want to keep the door open. So that's why I defaulted to a renewal Ace of Pentacles. This is our opportunity to rise above. Let's put ourselves back into this path. Let's heal from it. Let's learn from it. Let's recover. Let's put our best into this. And you said, no, my best with you in this situation is done. Yeah, I see you standing by it. I do. It's not a pissing contest. It isn't. It really isn't. From your point of view, this is done. From their point of view, it can be overcome. You two are not matching. Okay, we're not matching here. That tells me then from this person's point of view, the pathway can be fixed, and that means the emotions would too. From your point of view, no. No. Like I said, I think you've had enough. I'm not quite sure else how to put it. You're assuming the responsibility of this, the hardship of it, the labor of it, what it's going to cost you to close this out. That really only speaks one kind of Taurian language, and that is, I'm done. Which for you says a lot, you know. I'm not telling you what to do. You've already made up your mind. Tarot lady doesn't dictate shit. You do. I'm either confirming something that is your truth, or I'm not, in which case check your the placements. No, it's not easy for either of you. When did you know that was your truth? It looks like a fresh sword, forged recently. Is this something you only recently landed upon? That's up to you. Just FYI kind of thing. You're going to be okay, honey. You're the King of Pentacles. All right? That's what you do. Know your self-worth always. Put it this way. If this was worth it to you, you would have said yes. Which means to some extent, you know your self-worth, and this ain't it. Never cross your own interest. It looks peaceful. I know. It looks like a very peaceful offer. And I think you know that. But you're also done. Ace of Wands. Uh-oh. Nine of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. It feels like I've tried. I've tried. Yeah, I've tried over and over again to renew this with you. Give it fresh hope, fresh meaning, fresh purpose, fresh passion, whatever it needed. Time and again. That's your argument. And that makes sense. I don't want to try to renew anything one more time. Or again. Because we're going to have this same thing. A year from now, 5 months from now. We'll both vow to do better. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Wands, Ace of Wands. He said, I've tried so many times. I'm out of tries. You know. Yeah. Yeah. If we were doing an individual video, I'd call yours that. I'm out of tries. Yeah. You must be tired. That must be. I know you are, honey. Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. Anything else, please? The shadow, the Star. You don't trust this vision anymore. You don't think it comes from a good place. You might be right. There might be something to that. In other words, this is patternized behavior. We agree to make up. We agree to get back on the same page. We agree to reach for the same goal once more. It could be more of a patternized fear thing. Wanting to hold on to an old dream or vision, but it's not necessarily it's not going to happen. My tongue's not allowing it. So for those who don't know, I have a stammer/lisp. When my tongue refuses to cooperate, it lets me know. So this might be a constant vision or dream that isn't necessarily feasible, but we hold on to it dearly like it is. We're afraid to let that go. In which case that would be patternized fear. Fear to lose this, not necessarily to keep it for the right reasons. That is something to think about. Heavy earth energy here. Virgo, Capricorn outside of you. Touch of Aquarius. Fear to let go. It's an old dream. The Chariot. 3 of Swords. Yeah, the idea of proceeding this further just says it just breaks your heart. The idea of trying to proceed again just hurts. You just can't. I get it. All right, I'm going to leave it alone. I got it. You look so tired. Spiritual tiredness. Physical. There's hardship, yeah. But for the most part, you're showing me I'm spiritually sort of exhausted by this. Yeah. To proceed would be crossing your own interest. And you don't want to be part of someone's fear anymore. I'm worth so much more than that, and you are. Okay? Holding on to this out of fear, that's no good. That's why we keep coming back to this again and again, and that's why I'm exhausted by it. Apology, forgiveness, an offer to return to the way things were. That's doesn't work for you anymore. But I, like you, I'm sure appreciate the apology. Can I return? Can we return to normal? That's why I said renewed. Abandon, please don't abandon me. That's the fear talking. So it's not that they necessarily want you or this so-called dream or goal. They're just afraid to lose what they've known. That's speaks to something. I'm surprised you didn't show me the 4 of Pentacles. That speaks to something I say all the time. You know, don't hold on to others and don't allow yourself to be held on to. In this context, if you said yes to their renewed offer, you would be allowing yourself to be held on to for reasons of fear and not wanting to change, etc. And that would indeed undermine your self-worth. You are more than someone's vision board of heightened fears of abandonment and having to, God forbid, change. Okay. Bit heavy. That's all right. This is for those who need to see it. That's all. That's why I'm here. Yeah. Book of Wisdom, once more. Virgo energy, 26. The idea is that we should know better. Sudden wealth is in reverse. Someone who is not investing in their wisdom. They know better, but they're not seeing it that way. So sudden wealth, we have to take some laxity with the oracles. Okay. In reverse, no investment in the wisdom or truth of the thing. 26:11. The Swans. Skybridge. No, yeah, I called it. I don't want to call it. It's just, that's what's here, and I've been doing this a long time. Once more, it's either yours or it's not. The Swans. They should match, right? They should match each other in heart and feeling. But long term, from a long-term perspective, you know your mate here, okay? Long-term perspective hasn't changed, changes in reverse. The horizon, the long-term vision or bridge that connects the past to present and into the future, there's been no change. Okay. All right. You're doing the right thing. Like I said, it's serious business when Taurus says, I assume all responsibility. I'm done. It's going to be hard, but also I'm done. T, K, Q, W. We have the Ten of Pentacles. I know your foundation is very important to you. That will never not be the case. But in some way, this person represents anti-stability even while they're offering stability. If this thing was going to shape up, it had plenty of time to do so. Yeah, but the Ten of Pentacles, that will always be a thing for you. Stability, roots, foundation, a way of life. You will flourish no matter where you plant yourself. I know you will. That's who you are. The Captain's Wheel, Wheel of Fortune, and the World combined. Time moves forward always. Don't forget that. With or without our input, time will move forward. I know, it's really rude like that. So, when confronted with the world, make your decisions appropriately. Closed doors, open doors. But time moves forward, with or without you. I think you know that. All right, Taurus honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. There you go. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo, please. Show me Virgo. Okay. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. But as I explain the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. All right. The Hierophant. Page of Swords. Nine of Wands. Over here, Three of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. The High Priestess. What's going on? Shared. Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Overview. King of Wands. Yeah, I see you're all fired up about this. Now, you whipped out your Hierophant. Could be showing me commitment, but really trying to tap into the higher self right now. What is it you believe in? What is it you value? Put that at the forefront of your energy, yeah? Yeah, but you're all fired up. But I see a lot of it has to do with anger, passion. Page of Swords. You're kind of showing me mixed energies here. I want to stand by what I believe in, but also I see a part of you pushing against this. Whatever is going on here, you want to believe in it, you want to have faith in it, but you're struggling. You're struggling real hard. Nine of Wands, King of Wands. Like I said, sometimes your confidence spikes high, and then it tears down into a place of negativity, frustration, anger, resentment. And you're like, Virgo, come on, have faith. But Page of Swords, you're looking out over here, and you're having a hard time believing the situation or connection deserves faith. You got mixed emotions running around. It's almost like you're trying to force yourself to believe in this, and I don't want that for you. I don't want you to have to force yourself to believe in anything, especially when you're looking around and it feels like you don't have much proof or reason to. That makes me nervous. Over here, Three of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess. Honey, I don't know what's going on, but they're following their own tune. Now, they did show me I'm at a distance from Virgo. Either physically, sure, or mentally, emotionally, even if they're right there next to you. But there seems to be this chasm between you two. Knight of Pentacles and High Priestess, but they're rolling out in their own particular direction, whatever feels right to them. It's coming from an intuitive place. You may not necessarily understand it. They seem to be following their own tune. Between you two. Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Look. I'm seeing individual pathway twice. Knight of Swords. I see two people who are doing their best to incorporate changes in their respective pathways as individuals. But I don't necessarily see a united effort, no. There's this idea that the two of you are involved in each other's pathway to some extent, but you kind of still see yourself responsible for your side of the fence, and they see themselves responsible for their side of the fence. And there's a busyness here. But like I said, it's not necessarily a united effort, and that's why I'm concerned. Especially since they seem to be kind of, I don't know, skipping or whistling to their own sort of tune. And that's okay. That's okay. That's their thing. That's their thing. But here's the thing with you. Like, should I continue to have faith in this person or this connection or what? Because there's times when I'm for it and there's other times when I'm pissed off by it. Faith is down to you. Do you feel you have enough reason to have real faith in this? Belief in it, stand up for it. I gotta tell you, I see two people working on two different things, two different pathways. Now, perhaps that was the agreement between you two. But you're saying, I'm having a hard time believing in this connection. Their 3D seems to be their 3D. Your 3D seems to be your 3D. Okay, fine, that happens. These kind of arrangements happen. But you have this question of faith. And you got mixed feelings on it. Do you want to continue to commit to this? Or rather, I'm not going to lie, honey, bully yourself into believing in this, having faith in it. Because it's like, as soon as you start to cast an eye on them, and it's like, you know what, you and I are not doing the same thing. It's almost like, come on, stay in the game, Virgo, stay in the game. But it doesn't look very conducive to happiness or healthy goals here. So I don't know why you're staying in this fight, except you kind of, like I said, wrangle yourself into continuing to stay in that fight. Let's get some advice, please. I want to know what the heck is going on here, guys. Yeah, well, exactly. Confusion. Yeah, I got it. You're confused. Can we get some advice here, please, for Virgo? Knight of Cups is in reverse. I don't know how they really feel. No. And because you don't know how they really feel, you don't know how you really feel. So again, do you have enough evidence here to continue to support this at a Hierophant level? The spiritual devotion that it takes. Commitment. Is this situation reflective of your values? What are your traditions, norms, and beliefs? How are you honoring them, or are you crossing them? By continuing to favor somebody who seems to be on their own path doing their own thing. I'm seeing increasing resentment around this idea of commitment. I don't think they're meeting the qualifications for commitment, but you're still allowing it like it's a possibility. So don't cross your own interests, honey. Know what your values are and know them as non-negotiable. This connection, does it meet your standards for traditions, norms, and values? I'll tell you what, I never see the Hierophant so grumpy, right? It's when we kind of disavow ourselves. Well, I typically don't believe in this. I don't typically do this. But I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. And that's where the frustration comes in. See? It's like I'm compromising my sense of commitment for you. Are they even around to appreciate it? Do they know the difference? I'm thinking not. Because they're kind of whistling to their own tune over there, following their own path. I'm seeing two individual pathways. Not a unified effort at all. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Yeah, I do believe this requires some direct head-on confrontation. It doesn't have to be all angry and shit. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm saying I'm digging, Virgo. I'm looking real hard because I'm not seeing any more from them, and neither are you. And that's why you're pissed off. So it's not that you're necessarily pissed off with them. It's more like you're angry with yourself. It's like, this is not something I believe in. And here I am trying to force myself to play along like I'm cool, and I'm not cool. You're not. You're not cool with this. So they're living their life as they understand it. And they told you, this is what's important to me. And I'm kind of living in this intuitive life, and I'm building my own particular pathway. It's nice checking in on you from a distance, but my path is my path, your path is your path. And you're like, I guess that's fine. And you don't mean it. You don't mean it. So I don't know what they did to win your favor, or that you tried to incorporate some flexibility around your spiritual beliefs, but honey, the way it's playing out suggests no, you're crossing your own core beliefs here, and you're better to not do that. Now, there's some people who really do need to take a look at their beliefs because they're too inflexible. Like somebody, inflexible beliefs. Imagine somebody told you something at the age of 5, and you took that and you ran with it, and 30 years later you find out that just wasn't true. But it's like, no. This is where we need to update our belief systems. Okay, our way of thinking, our spiritual, mental open-mindedness. But with this one, no, you have some core beliefs that you're crossing for a connection that doesn't seem to be near you. You two do not seem to be in a coexistence with each other. Like I said, you're doing your thing, they do their thing. Let's not fight ourselves on this one, guys. There's emotional compromise, right? There's sexual compromise. There's all sorts of compromise. But this is spiritual compromise. It's not working for you. Okay. Now, how did I figure that out? A couple things. You don't really know how they feel, which in turn is affecting you. You're confused by your own feelings now at this point. Knights of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Okay. Six of Swords. Temperance. Guys, we need to have, and here's that Knights of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. I don't know who does it, but whoever has the focus mentally to address this logically, analytically, in an informatic way can say it's probably best if we separate officially. Stop trying to make this work or stop trying to make space for each other. We'll get over it in time. Because that's actually the truth. Your lives are not intertwined. This can be parted ways from now without too much further damage or erosion of one's beliefs or character. Okay, it's not too late. Yeah, we need to, with that person involved, directly address this. Let's give up the pretense that we're directly in each other's lives or trying to. Clearly, you're living your life. I'm living mine. I've become increasingly frustrated because this is not what I want. This is not what I want to sign up to long term. And I don't think you do either. So let's just say it for what it is. Let's call it quits, gently, Six of Swords, Temperance. And somebody basically says, we'll get over it in time. But I can't stand up for this. I can't stand up for you. You're over there exploring the world or something. I don't know what you're doing. But good for you. If that's where you are, good for you. I wish you luck in that. I want you to be happy. I need to be happy too. But yeah, there's this idea we'll get over this in time. And I think that's as close to the truth as truth can get, you know? But just whatever it takes for you to stop feeling bad about your core beliefs and values and that, Virgo, are we undermining ourselves? I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. I said I would try this out. I would try this long distance thing out. I would try to be more flexible, but it's just not what you believe in. It's not working for you. Okay, you're in this is what I'm meant to see, not these other ones. It's the constant longing for more, craving for more, aching for more, wanting for more, and here you are feeling spiritually stuck at the short end of the stick. So I don't know what they agreed to with you, but in some way there's crossover here, but not enough to make a larger difference in each other's lives. They're doing what they're doing, baby. Oh, they see? Okay, we'll go ahead and call these anyway. Over time, we're exhausted by this. Trying to do that careful balance. Manage your expectations, Virgo. Manage your expectations, but also they're telling me that in time, okay, we'll have a time together, but you're exhausted by that time. Yeah, time is a precious thing. Time is a valuable thing. Watch it fly by as the pendulum swings. That's a Linkin Park song, of course, I believe. I say of course, but yes, time is a valuable thing, guys. Once it's spent, you can't get it back. And here it is right there on the split. That distance is playing up in your health, specifically your spiritual health. Okay. How you feel about yourself. Okay. The Messenger, 18, child. Storm in reverse. It's like talking to a child a little bit. They're a little bit more free-spirited, aren't they? It's like talking to a child. Here's the thing, honey. They're not going to argue. No wonder they're not going to argue. You officially addressing this and saying, you know what, I'll get over it in time. And their response is almost like, yay. It's almost childlike, isn't it? You're much more concerned with your legacy, your family tree, your way of life. Okay. This one doesn't have those roots. At least not with you. All right? Occupation, roll the dice. You've got a lot going on. And there's other things you want to do with your occupation, your earning potential. You want to take risks in other areas, open up in other areas, and yeah, you're just not getting that support from this person. Okay. There's so much more you want to do. 34, 39, 5, 18, 6, 1. Okay. It's almost like no storm, no argument, none whatsoever. So it's kind of freeing for them too, huh? Okay. We have your medallion. You might be double, triple, quad Virgo. You let me know. C, P, X, Y, H. And then the soul bond. You too might be. I don't think we know that yet. I don't think we feel that yet. But perhaps in time. Which means you might see them again. There's a good chance you will. If it's meant to be, it'll come back around in a more polished state. But don't hold your breath for that. You got to live life. All right? Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you put it in the... Did I say put it in context? Yeah, in context. But also put it in comments. I hope this helped. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Capricorn, please. Show me Capricorn. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. Just explaining the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. Show me Capricorn. Yeah. Ace of Cups, the Sun, Three of Wands. Over here, Judgment. Oh. Ace of Wands, Six of Swords. Oh. Oh. Huh. Huh. Sure. Ten of Wands. I'm sorry, I'm looking at that. I'm like, well, what was the point? What was the point? 10 of Wands. Sorry. I know laughter can upset a lot of people, unfortunately. But I do have natural reaction, guys. It's involuntary. I'm a real person. I do real tarot. And even though I've been doing this for years, yeah, I can get a strong reaction. Like, what the fuck was that about? And that's what you'll be asking yourself. Overview. The moon. Oh, it's coming through. Oh, it's coming through. Everybody's pulling that. Now, don't get me wrong, we're still in Aquarius season, so I'm still seeing the star quite a bit. But as we're about to enter the new season, i.e. Pisces, oh, the card drops constantly. It's coming up. You don't know it yet. It's cooking. It's brewing in the background. It's going to be your opportunity to rise and shine, though, I guess, if you can think of it that way. But yeah, something's coming through, unbeknownst to you. This is the unknown. Other than that, you look great. You look full of love and life and wonder. There is a sense of the wonder at all. It's almost like I'm looking at a reborn Capricorn. You look amazing. Your heart's full. You got so much love to work with for yourself first and foremost. Everything begins with the self, and you are also looking outwards to share it with somebody. So as I often say, when the cup becomes so full, one heart, it starts to overflow and create a space for two. You were interested in creating a space for a second cup. But the Sun, you just seem to be so happy with you and where you are. You look great. Oh, you look fantastic. 3 of Wands. And you're anticipating something too. That's not waiting. You're anticipating something on the horizon. You can feel it. Yeah, you ain't wrong. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, honey. It's just trying to prime you. This is not the one. Okay, please. I hope you this is not the one. I'm just letting you know right now, because I don't want you to be confused. You're that Capricorn who's like, good things are worth waiting for, so you don't rush love. And I love you for that. I appreciate that so much. I wish more people showed me that. You're right. The right one is worth waiting for, but that doesn't mean you're walking around empty-handed. You're loving yourself first. You're out there living life. I'm saying the good love will show up. So I'm saying this today kind of like as a preventive measure, because you've been so patient and so kind to yourself and loving yourself and insisting on being happy. Living life for yourself first and foremost. That I don't want you to be confused by this. As soon as it makes an entrance, it makes an exit. It's in and then it's out. No pun intended. They don't want you to confuse this person as the love you've been waiting for, because you've been so patient. Like I said, you've done such a good job. I could see where you'll be confused. It's the blink of an eye. This person did a 360. Mind you, that is not a 180. 180 is what we want. We started from here. And I'm like, okay, we've made real change, right? This person goes, whoosh, whoosh, So they're right back to the beginning. I didn't see the point. That's why I left. I was like, what the fuck? You just did an entrance and then a disappearance in the same breath. So I don't know who this is. I wish I could say save the round trip. It'll save everybody so much confusion and disappointment. But no, it's going to come on through, and that's what you don't see coming. Once more, please don't confuse this person as your potential future love. Okay? That's a little further out. This one, non-starter, judgment. It was their big decision to come through with the Ace of Wands. They're all fired up. They're all impassioned towards you. And then boom, they're gone. Six of Swords. They're gone. They're out. So that tells me either they perhaps really did want just one night of passion, or, you know, their energy was writing a check it couldn't cash. You know what I'm saying? It could be love bombing, or just failed to have any proper intent or meaning or context. I don't know. But I'm embarrassed. Big old judgment call. Big old judgment call. Whoever this is. Ace of Wands are all flamed up. Woo! Turned on. And turned on for you. And Six of Swords. I'm out of here. You just showed up. You know? So I guess I'm kind of embarrassed. It's that person who throws down a lot of energetic declaration. Hot, heavy, fast. And like, oh shit, what did I do? I didn't mean to do that. You took me seriously? Why'd you take me seriously? I gotta go. I gotta get out. So I don't know man. I don't know. But universe here, hey, Spirit, giving you the heads up, my friend. This sharedness. 10 of Wands, 4 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Yeah. There is disappointment on both sides. So a couple thoughts on that. Either you said yes to this because you thought that they were the real deal, the one that you've been waiting for, and I can kind of see why. You are massively stressed out and disappointed that they're not, and they know they disappointed you. Or B, this is what I'm leaning towards, it's a renewal. It's a renewal for some of you, because that's a lot of upset and disappointment for a brand new person, you know what I'm saying? So they might be laying it on hot, heavy, thick renewal energy. Let's get back together, Capricorn. We can make it work. We can make it work. We can make it if we try. And immediately what comes to mind is what it seems to me you've already been through. King of Pentacles, you have experience with this one. And that experience amounts to not great. There's a lot of disappointment, heaviness, hardship that you are very intimately acquainted with. And so are they, for that matter. So the balls to reemerge like that, like I'm a brand new option? No, you're not. So just to let you know, it's also a lesson then if that's the case. I have no problem with anything. Okay? I don't. So long as two people have learned their lessons and you can honestly say, I'm better for them, and they can say they're better for them. This is what I learned. And you're like, no way, this is what I learned. And you're both higher selves energy, higher selves persons, in which case, awesome. That's a great judgment call. And that is a real opportunity for proper, healthy reconciliation. And then there's this. We're temporarily inspired. We have that moment where we're feeling, bold, brash, I don't know, maybe even knightly, courtly, romantic, or just frankly have a massive heart on. I don't know, however you want to do it. And we're like, you know what? I'm a changed whatever. For the next 24 hours, I am changed. And you realize what happened. Oh, God, I ain't changed nothing. And they do a quiet exit. So just to let you know. Sorry. I'm so sorry, this beautiful, patient Capricorn. Yeah, so I'm all about prevention. What I'm looking at, this can be prevented. It hasn't come through yet. Okay? I want you to continue to be out here waiting for the right one, but still living your life, loving yourself first. You reconnecting to this would not be a good example of you loving yourself. It's almost like they're saying, look, we know we couldn't prevent this one. Sorry, we're just giving you a courtesy heads up. But also, don't choose it. If you know it's unhealthy, you know it's bad, you know they're going to duck out as soon as they get in there. Shit. Yeah, see, they don't want them to do it. They're not listening. The universe didn't tell them to do it. No, it was their decision. It was a bad one. Five of Swords, self-sabotage. They're not listening. They're not listening. They thought they were a changed person in a whole 24 hours, did they? What'd they do? Watch a very powerful, uplifting documentary? What the fuck? You ever know people like that who are just like, I watched this one thing and now I'm going to change my whole way of life, and it works for like 5 minutes. That's what that is. Five of Swords is a wheel. We really thought, okay, we thought enough time, we change our ways. Yeah, it's been 10 years since I last saw Capricorn. I'm totally changed. I'm totally changed because I did the work. Yeah, I saw that one documentary. It completely changed my life. Oh, bullshit! Three of Pentacles, the Shadow Temperance. You, for your part, I got a lovely report. That is, of course, your power card. If you're new to tarot, that is one of your power cards right here. But Temperance, Three of Pentacles. For your part, you've done the work. You have. And this has been a process for you, spanning for some of you 3 years. I mean, honey, where'd you think all that lovely sense of preparation and beauty and love of the self was coming from? Because you did the work or you didn't. So for you, I know it's authentic. All right? All the more reason why they're telling you, Capricorn, don't pay that one. No, never mind. Just ignore it. We're sorry. We couldn't stop them. They couldn't. They're just giving you a heads up. But also, from the outsider perspective, they honestly think they can work things out with you. So, excuse my little laugh there of non-conviction. But I can tell you this, that shared experience, I don't think it's a new person, though. I think it's a reemergence, and I think they're not listening to themselves. I think it's a classic form of self-sabotage based on a moment's insight or reflection or vanity, maybe. Universe gave you a heads up, and it's coming through right around Pisces season. Possibly the 18th might be important. Okay. Breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Cloudy judgment. See, they're not listening to themselves at all. A cloudy judgment. Yeah. That's not universal judgment. It's their decision, though. I reached a breaking point. They got flustered up, I guess. All worked up, but cloudy judgment, illusion, made a bad call. I'm not going to lie, guys. This whiffs a little bit of manipulation. So they might be using dirty tactics to try to get a hold of you or talk to you. Crap like that. Yeah, they changed, all right. Totally changed. Beauty. Oh, that's not an excuse, though. That's not a fucking excuse. I don't care. I don't care how beautiful or attractive you are. That doesn't matter. People get all worked up for all the wrong reasons, guys. I don't give a shit. I don't care. A bad job is a bad job. Poor intent is poor intent. And that's what they were thinking. I miss you. You're so beautiful, Capricorn. I'm sure you are. Craving, desiring you. That's not an excuse. Poor intent is poor intent. I don't care how you slice that cake. It's not the kind you want to eat. All right? Okay. Let's wrap it up. 29, imprisonment, imprisoned in the thoughts. So this is like a desperate sort of whatever escape plan. Trying to get away from their thoughts. Yeah, I see they're interested in you. And 29, 20, I don't give a shit. I don't care what there it is. They're desperate to get out of those thoughts. They're very attracted to you. 29, 28, 1, courtship. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. As soon as they appear, they're gone. So they had these delusions of fantasies of relationship. Okay. Instead of working on what's in their mind, they caved into the worst of their thoughts. Okay. All right. We're good. Okay. We have one letter, H. We have the medallion of U. Gemini, Leo. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart naturally. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you. And we have the Captain's Wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune combined with the world. Time moves forward always. Make the best use of it. Doors close, doors open. Make the most of them because time's going to move forward with or without you. Saying yes to this person is not necessarily the best use of your time, especially knowing how much baggage and bullshit that they represent. But that's just me, though. You get to choose. You're a big Capricorn. Okay? Maybe you want that Ace of Wands for an hour or so. I don't know. But don't count on it for any more than that. And even then, it might be closer to 10 minutes. All right. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Scorpio, please. Show Show me Scorpio. What is going on? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explain the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. Okay. The Hermit. The Tower. The Magician. Good job recovering. The Moon. Two of Cups. Nine of Wands. It's an odd combination. Shared. Knight of Wands. Ace of Swords. And the Fool. Overview, Six of Wands. Yeah, you're getting back into that space of confidence, feeling good about yourself, your direction, so on and so forth. Good. I'm happy to see that. By the way, any upcoming successes, congratulations. All right, you've earned it. The Hermit, the Tower, the Magician. Good job. Really good job there. Actively looking at, seeking answers towards experience and wisdom. Healing overall around the Tower. Difficult subject. Something that happened on your timeline that represents the coming down of delusion. Something that once we know about it, we can't take it back, right? It's there for us to see, witness, understand. That way we'll stop doing it. The Magician, you acknowledge that whatever this is, you no longer manifest it, you no longer desire it. You no longer want to call that your own. It's like I have nothing to do with it. I eschew that old desire. I understand to manifest it all was folly on my part. To want it at all was ridiculous. I see it for what it is now. I get it. I get it. I got it. Scorpio, the dear universe. Put it on my tab. Fucked up shit. I figured it out. So you did, to be fair though. You've paid your tab. You figured it out. All right. Over here, the Moon. Two of Cups, Nine of Wands. That's an odd mixture of energies. Now, to be clear, everybody is showing me the Moon right now as we get closer and closer to Pisces season. We're still in Aquarius season, so I'm seeing plenty of the star too. But yeah, the Moon, upcoming Pisces season. However, I'm saying it frankly as to stuff you don't know about. Whomever this is, no doubt they were part of that tower. Part of the delusion, the folly. Okay. What you don't know is that they care about you, they love you, they feel for you, and they resent you for it. Okay. I mean, it's mixed emotions, for sure. You definitely left a mark of your own. I mean, you impacted them in some way. They keep it to themselves as a secret. You know, that's active withholding of one's feelings. An active secret, as I would say. Keeping it to themselves. They don't tell you. They don't talk about it. Clearly what's done is done. But yeah, deep down inside, they love you. They acknowledge some sort of bond, an emotional bond, Two of Cups. That bond can be deep. It can be shallow. I don't know. But from their point of view, they do care about you and or love you. And they kind of resent you for it. Nine of Wands. Angry, frustrated. It's like, how did that Scorpio put these feelings in me? How dare that Scorpio? You participated. Whoever they are, they participated. Whenever you participate in some sort of connection, you are always at risk for developing feelings, whether you intended them or not. I strongly suspect that's something you learned. All right. Knight of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Fool. You both, this is what you both share. You both share a great deal of passion towards each other. This was known. This confuses neither of you. Ace of Swords. Very passionate towards each other. It was natural, easily felt, very organic. You both acted on that feeling. Okay? You both know this. The Fool. It might seem foolish in retrospect. Tower. But at the time, it might have felt like a new beginning to at least one of you. But yeah, you both associate this connection with risk, taking a risk, acting on these impulses or urges or surges, something like that. But you said for your part, I've learned from that. I learned so much. And wanting this was wrong in some way. I'm not saying you were wrong. I'm saying from your point of view, spiritually acknowledge that you were wrong for wanting this. You thought it meant something. In other words, the tower, that was the delusion that you were feeding into. You wanted more because you thought there was more, right? Whereas this is the truth of it. You both shared that particular energy and or history or action. But the delusion here we were feeding is that I want more. There must be more in here. No, this is it. This is all there was. But here's the trick. Despite that, and you getting confrontation with yourself about the situation, what it really represented, you still left a mark on them. Sorry. It's 3:55 p.m. for those of you who want to know. I just touched my watch and it told me the time. It's annoying. It's an annoying little feature. I keep meaning to disable it. The moon, 2 of Cups. Yeah, but you left your mark on them. They resent you for it. There's nothing you can do about that. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Like I said, I don't care how lighthearted it is or impulsive it is or foolish it was. Okay. The fact of the matter is, whatever your reasons are or motivation for connection to somebody, whether you intended or not, you put yourself at risk to being emotionally vulnerable or open. There are ways that you expected and maybe you thought you could counter, and other ways you didn't expect and you didn't know to have a defense over. So that's why it's best to not enter connections unless you're willing in some way to be emotionally impacted by them. You know? But hindsight, 2020 and all that. I say it all the time. I probably said it like 20 times today. Okay, let's get some advice. But I have to say, I like how you're feeling good about yourself these days. And once more, if you have congratulations in order, congratulations. But you've done a good job here on your healing and learning what you needed to learn from the situation. You took your time. Goodness knows how long it took you to walk that particular path, but you did. Let's get some advice, please. It's not very flattering, I know, but honey, I have no control over that. It's somebody's truth somewhere, you know? Okay. Ace of Wands. Temperance. Oh. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. You spent a lot of good quality time. So much time healing this. And you've done a great job. You might be feeling a lot more invigorated these days. A lot more. A sense of newness has settled upon you, hasn't it? Is that why? You're seeing things differently for yourself these days? A sense of freshness and renewed hope, real energy, real passion. To areas in your life that make sense. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. You move at your own speed, at your own time, in your own place. But there's always movement associated with you. You keep busy, you have a path. And that's where all your passion, your energy goes towards these days, is your path, which you currently walk, and you walk very well. You got a great pace here. And Temperance. You put a lot of good quality time into this, into yourself, post that cycle. Keep at it. Don't break stride. I love that song. It's a great little song. Stride. So great, I can't remember who sang it. I have a horrible memory for names and dates. I always have. I'll be the first one to admit that. But I can remember the most obscure lyrics. Same is true for poetry. Any book I ever read. I may not remember the title or who wrote it, but I can quote you pages of material. It's obnoxious. It's obnoxious. But yeah, stride. Nothing gonna break my stride. I love it. That's you right now. It's beautiful. Well earned. I have that freshness of energy. Calm, cool, collected. Confidence in what you're doing and why you're doing it. Whereas this represented, therefore, anti-confidence. Right? But it was risky, and it might have been fun. But it didn't do you any favors. Wanting it or desiring it or wanting to see more of it in your life. Right? This, beautiful. Perfect clarity, perfect feeling about what you're doing and why you're doing it. 10 of Cups, emotional harmony above all, your inner circle. That's one of your big value systems right here. I'm not surprised you're a water sign. Peace and harmony between you and yours. That's what matters. Beautiful. 7 of Cups. There's some of you open right now. Holding off on that. 7 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. You're saying in time. In time, you'll pursue options in love, perhaps with more vigor or interest, but for now you're holding off. That's deliberate. Okay, I understand. That's a choice for everybody. Right now, enjoy the path you're on. It looks like you are. All right. Anything else, please, about... I like your formula, honey. Don't change the formula. Anything else, please, about that? I mean, what else is there to say? They secretly love you and resent you for it. Yeah. Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Heads up, there might be some energy here. It's very small, so I don't know how much of a guarantee this is. And even then, it's tarot, so I can't guarantee anything. Some open energy here about possibly trying to bridge the gap or heal the breach or the break or abandonment. There's some small interest around that. That's it. And if that's the case, yeah, it relates to that person. If it comes through, it'll be small and unexpected, okay? Feeding more into the delusion, so possibly dishonest too. You're a big Scorpio. You've done your healing. You'll see it for what it is, and you'll ignore it. You can't take it seriously. And why should you? You know it wasn't truth. You know. This is the truth of it right here. That's as clear as it could ever be. But you wanting more, expecting more from it, that was the Tower. Longing, craving, aching, wanting. To this day. Oh, I'm sure. Those feelings, when they sit under the moon like that, they have a tendency to brew, not dispel. Okay. Obscurity, but it's under the moon. It's exactly what it looks like. Twice. Same here. It's consistent. It hasn't changed. I'm sorry to hear that. They work through the truth of it. If this connection was anything more at that time when you two were in it, it would have been more. Or if they had feelings back then and they didn't reveal them, of course you thought it was a Tower. Of course you thought it was all bullshit. Point is, you can keep that trapped in the self. Or I don't know why I'm talking to you about their business. I wish them healing. I do. It's under the moon. I wish them healing. Okay? Open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. I think if you could talk to them, you would say you would understand. Because you're empathetic. You'd naturally have a tendency to be. I do. Or perhaps they entered a time in your life when you were very, very vulnerable. And that sucks. The distant horizon, 3, could be an indication of March, by the way. So it's not too distant, in my opinion. Walking the maze, confusion, childlike wonder. To be honest with you, I see you actually finding the center of your maze by March. Whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you will have it. That which you have dreamed of with childlike wonder. 3, 43, 13. Not confused anymore. All right. All right. We have C and J. We have one medallion here, that of Taurus, but also we have big dollar bills, so earth energy in general. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus doesn't have to be. Some of you are strong income earners. You might have some very strong Taurus in your chart. Could be connecting to. The seasons might be important to you. And then we have the fox. Cute, clever, fast to, quick-witted, fast to act. I think that's you. All right, Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Everybody is pulling your power card. We're getting closer and closer to your season, so that's not a surprise. But yeah, FYI. FYI, if you check out your other placements and you're like, man, I'm showing up everywhere. Well, that's why. What's going on? Show me, Pisces. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explain the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. Yeah. Knight of Wands, Justice. 9 of Swords. Okay, you're worried, but nonetheless, proceeding. The Shadow, King of Cups, 6 of Wands. Ego, a little bit. Shared, 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands, Page of Wands. Just please be careful. Yeah, communication. It's coming through. Now, listen, I see it coming from you specifically. 8 of Wands. That's not an accusation. I see that you're the one generating activity. However, it seems to be done, or trying to be done, in the best interest of everybody. You're thinking in terms of best interest for yourself in this connection. They're thinking, haha, I won. So just, like I said, be careful. It's a little ego-y for me. Not ego-y, ego-y. Yeah. Yes, I believe you are trying to make peace with this. Okay? It's like you figured out your words. And you are showing me enthusiasm, a little bit of passion, some creativity in here, and justice. He's like, I can balance this, but you're nervous. You're real nervous. Nine of Swords. Specifically, I think you're showing me a hope that they take me seriously. I think I have a good idea here or a good plan. We can work things out. I really feel positive about this. So I'm leaning more into positivity. You feel good because you're taking charge of the situation, or it feels like you're taking charge of the situation. That's because you're taking initiative. That's what they wanted you to do. I see that their ego is stroked as soon as you release the words. So I don't want you to feel bad if you've already done it as of this reading. Trust me, they're doing, or rather, you're doing exactly what they were hoping that you would do. And that's the ego talking, and I don't like it at all. They knew you would reach out first. They know that you would try to placate. They knew you would come up with something creative or expressive. Your biggest concern is I hope they take this seriously, because I really mean it. I'm excited by this. I have a solution here. I'm going to use my words. I'm a big Pisces. There's like, yeah, I knew you would. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. What an asshole. Now, I'm saying that because the shadow, devil, King of Cups, and the Six of Wands. Six of Wands isn't always necessarily default bad ego, but in this context it is. Six of Wands is triumph, recognition, pat on the back, job well done. Unless you take it to ego, in which case, look at me. I knew I was right. Vanity. That's negative ego. This is negative ego. Now, King of Cups, I know that they have some very strong emotions about you, yes, but most of them are in self-interest. How does Pisces make me feel? They're more concerned with how they feel than you. Big problem. So lots of ego here, emotional ego, pride ego, the fire kind. I don't care for this at all. Like I said, they're much more preoccupied with how you make them feel. So this situation, in some way, they knew you would make contact first, and that's exactly what they wanted. They lined up to that. You know, and that tells me that in some way you've been maneuvered, most likely emotionally maneuvered. So this is where I want to tell people, stop playing into these things, but you have to recognize it first before you can stop. I don't think you've recognized it yet. Because if you had recognized it, I don't think you would have communicated. Between you two, we're talking shop here. I mean, we're talking real relationship shop. Two of Wands, Page of Wands, in between those is the Four of Wands. So obviously the conversation is centering around relationship. Once more, as two people define it. This person wants to define it, but on their terms, as it meets their levels of satisfaction, emotional, ego, or otherwise. You're like, see, I'm trying to make it fair, but you want to be taken seriously. Here's the thing. I strongly suspect in your words, you're giving them something that makes them feel like they won, but takes away from you. And I don't know that you see it, and that concerns me. I feel like I'm looking at the very early stages of the first problem in a relationship where someone has a little bit more to do with overinflated ego, and you're too early connected to them to know it yet. Because I see no concern from you other than, oh my God, I hope they take it seriously. I hope they take me seriously. That tells me this thing is fresh. I'm seeing a Page and a Two of Wands around that Four. This is still early phase relationship, isn't it? And this is the first problem. And you have, in your mind, found a solution. What you're doing here, and you don't know that you're doing it yet, I believe, is that you're feeding the monster. So what I'm saying is, explicitly, the Pisces I'm looking at, you don't know that you're feeding a monster yet. For the Pisces, you already know what this is like because you've been through it. I'm actually talking to someone who hasn't been through this before. You're still looking at this in terms of approval. I hope that this works. I hope that they're happy. I hope they're placated. I hope that we can continue to develop a relationship and it's on their terms. It's exactly what they wanted. So this is ego-y. I don't know, it's full on narcissism. It's too early to call that. But I can say that this person's in the habit of thinking of their interest first. And that's concerning. Okay? You don't see it yet, and that concerns me. This is still early stages. You both recognize it as an early stage relationship where the conversation just hit its first kind of, can we get past this concern? Yeah, they can get past it on their terms, and that's like step one in the direction. Okay. 7 of Cups. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. We're trying to be open to stability, creating stability, growing something of worth, value, and being productive. You are open to that, yes. The Lovers. You still think this is a strong connection, don't you? That's how fresh it is. And you're willing to do what it takes to appease them. You think this is your first real act of compromise, don't you? The thing is, someone's not interested in doing the work. 8 of Pentacles flew out in reverse. You want what you want. I want to be open to stability and forming something strong with you. They're like, yeah, so long as you do all the work. And I'll be in any kind of connection you want. I just don't actually look at me to do the work, though, because I'm not gonna. This is a false Lovers connection. I'm going to go ahead and say it for what it is. It's false. When somebody is that, do things my way, I'm going to set things up from the very beginning where you are expected to do all the work or labor, emotional labor, financial labor, something. That starts early in a relationship, guys. It doesn't take years. 4 of Pentacles. Stubborn. 9 of Wands. Insisting, fighting, holding out. Okay. The Fool. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're kind of holding out, huh? They held the relationship, or rather the development of it, hostage until you give in to the demands. So that's how you know you're dealing with a kind of emotional terrorist. If anybody's like, yeah, we could have a relationship, unfortunately you want what you want, and you're kind of holding it up for that reason. If you just see things my way, then we could proceed. But so if you ever feel like you're being held hostage in a relationship, think of it that way, emotional terrorism. Okay. You're like, okay, I know this is early phase because you're agreeing to everything. Honey, this is not a lover's connection. Never mind one that you can stabilize. I see them holding out. That doesn't mean that they are a rare commodity just because they're holding out. That just means they're being stubborn and selfish. Okay. 9 of Pentacles, the Fool. I see that it would be on you, and that's a choice. So, guys, at this early in the stage of relationship where the inflation's high, the kind of sexual chemistry inflation is high, emotional inflation is really high, you're not going to necessarily see the red flags, but don't overlook them either. If you feel like this relationship is being held hostage by someone else's demands, but you just maybe, well, they want what they want and they are who they are. Who am I to disagree with that? Listen to that. Listen to that. Okay. All right. Distracted, sidetracked, change, delays. You feel like this connection's been distracted or sidetracked, or depending, karma, consequences, cause and effect, guys. Don't pay this person's karmic debts, please. What you miss today, what you overlook specifically, what you overlook today will be the consequences you have to pay for later. Please understand what karma is. That shit you're willing to overlook now is what will cost you later. Spiritual debt, emotional debt, resource debt, like money debt. Please don't overlook this. This is the first incident that's going to make them bolder and bolder about how to define a relationship with them. It's that first pass. They don't work, baby. Somebody don't want to work. Someone doesn't want to add. This is a problem. Occupation, 8 of Pentacles, the actual time, energy, effort, resources is in reverse twice when I'm looking at this person. Somebody here doesn't want to work and they want to make you pay and do everything. Either provide all the real labor or anything else that has to do with the relationship. They're setting it up early where they have to do nothing and the expectations are nothing. Guys, high honor. You consider it a high honor? A privilege? Love it. I'm telling you, I called it. It's a false lover's connection. Sun's in reverse. We're not going to be happy with this one. If I can save you a bunch of bullshit, heartbreak, and consequences now, then so much the better. This may not be what you want to hear, but this is what you need to hear, and that's if you resonate. That first hiccup in your two's relationship, and you're thinking about how to make peace with them right now, and you feel good about it, and they hope to take you seriously. That is like phase 1. That will be a phase 2. and a 3 and a 4. And the next thing you know, you did build a house, but where you do all the work. And they'll say it was your idea. You did all the work, right? There's not a lover's connection. It will not make you happy. Sorry, Pisces. You've had a lot of good runs, but every now and again we get one of these bullshit readings, and I'd rather you know than not know. All right? Oh. Trust me, honey, if I could give everybody sunshine, butterflies, puppies, and rainbows and margaritas, I would. But that's not real tarot. It's not. That's not real life. You're in the early stages, and honey, you look young, naive. Maybe this is your first relationship. You don't know. Anyway, you don't know. But you're the one that you're going to have to supply all the goods to make this work. We have the medallions of Aquarius as well as Gemini. These very strong placements in your chart could be connected to. The season might be important to you. 10 of Pentacles. I know you want that. I know you want the tree of life. I know you want the foundation. And also you want it with someone who doesn't want to work. B-E-E-S-I. So that was 2 E's. Pisces, I do hope this helped you. I hope it didn't freak you out. So once more, only take readings that resonate. If it doesn't, check your other placements. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Semi-Cancer. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. All right, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands. Interesting. 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Shared. 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords, the Emperor. Okay. Overview, 2 of Wands. I'm glad to see your energy's picking up. Good. I see where you're coming from. 2 of Wands, overview. Currently looking out upon the world, making decisions, trying to remain in the here and now. Staying focused. Good. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. It looks like you walked from a pathway that was grossly dissatisfying, disjointed, slow, fragmented, inconsistent, non-profitable, stagnant. It seemed like it was going nowhere and doing nothing fast. I'm done with this. I'm done. All this work on this path and I got nothing to show for it. I got bupkis. So 7 of Pentacles is very generic. I just see it's a path that you chose to walk to some extent, that you had roots in it and they grew. But you didn't have much to show for it on the surface. The fruits of your labors. You had some growth, don't get me wrong, but it was real rocky, I'm guessing. Real rocky, inconsistent growth patterns. Like, why am I here? I'm putting all this time, energy, effort, resources into this pathway, and I got nothing to show for it, like I said. So 8 of Cups, you emotionally detached, bored, lethargic, or you just walked. Knights of Wands. And the second you stepped away from it, you started to feel better, lighter, faster. Like you had purpose and drive again, right? Over here, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. It's a lot of confusion and heaviness and hardship and Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing for this person. I'm guessing they're still on the path. They're changing for this person as we speak. I don't know that they see it or get it yet. But it seems that they too were on that path and they don't quite understand like you did how it was stagnant and dissatisfying. I see them still laboring away on it. At their changing Wheel of Fortune. Time's catching up to them. I don't know why they're there. They look stuck. 8 of Swords, like they refuse to see. Like carrying all this heaviness and weight is perfectly normal. I don't know what's wrong with you, but I'm fine. They're not fine. They're kind of in denial about it. They don't want to see it yet. So I still see them kind of toiling away, I think, on the same path that you left. And time will catch up to them, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Between the two of you, 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords, the Emperor. Trying to remain open to this has broken both of your hearts. But I see two different points of view regarding the Emperor. You're showing me empowerment. I chose empowerment to walk away. They're showing me empowerment to stay. We have different versions of what constitutes empowerment here. How do you know what empowerment is versus just, say, being stubborn and sticking out for a point or a truth? Okay. How do you sleep at night? Do you feel good about you at the end of the day? Or do you kind of resent yourself and telling yourself to stick to it even though it's costing you? Empowerment, while there's a lot of heaviness around that, you can honestly go to bed at the end of the day with a calm concept that you're correct, that you're right. Doesn't mean you're happy about it, but you can live with your decision. Okay. Yeah, to be clear though, you're both subject to this. Remaining open to this path, whatever it is, whatever it represents, broke both of your hearts. But we have two very different interpretations of the Emperor. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, Two of Pentacles. On the fence about opening up to new, and what does that mean? Having confidence in it, you know. Is this what we want to do? And if so, how do we go about it? We went back and forth on that for a minute. New, seeking new, possibly new love for some of you and feeling good about it. Is that what we really wanted? Is that what's correct for us? We went back and forth on it for a long time. The Hanged Man. Oh, Justice, Two of Wands. Looking at this long-term view. Was it the right thing to do? And the answer was yes. So like I said, the Emperor, how do you know about empowerment versus saying just being stubborn? Can you go to bed at the end of the day feeling correct? You said yeah. Simplicity in tarot sometimes. Not all the time. It can be quite complex, as you know. But this is what you struggled with for years. Allowing yourself to open up to new, whatever that meant to you, and feeling good about it. Was that right for me, yes or no? Back and forth, back and forth. The decision's made. I see it here. Decision's made. And you're saying, you know what? Long-term view? Yeah. I'm at peace with my decision. It was correct for me. That would explain your uptick. The more you walked away from this, the better you felt. The more they stay in this, right? Doubling down on that path, staying there, remaining there, the worse they feel. Now, I'm not saying you're right, they're wrong. What I'm saying is that for you, you walked away from this, it's over. They're still on that path, saying, what the hell's wrong with Cancer? This is a perfectly good way of life. Time changes for them. Time changes us all. The High Priestess. Intuitively, what? Seven of Cups. You feel that you need, however, before you can honor that space of new, you feel, and this, I agree with you, you need more rest on the subject, reflection and healing, before you actively pursue options. Good. So this is what I advise for water signs all the time. Don't just jump around in cup to cup or bed to bed, right? Take some time to clean your emotional palate, if you will, before you begin on a new adventure. All right, you feel it's just a matter of time with the High Priestess, Seven of Cups. But yes, let's absolutely take a moment to rest on this. What did we learn from it? That way we don't re-enter or enter a new cycle just like it. We don't want to repeat that. But here we go. Right there. Yes, take some time to reflect and to heal. If new love is your goal, one that's more balanced, okay, reciprocated, fair, shared, or one person, it seems here, isn't stuck doing all the emotional labor. Yeah. If that's your goal, then you'll have that goal in time. But until then, protect yourself and maintain your boundaries and standards. If you need to block this or keep it at a distance from you, there's a reason for that. Brand new opportunity and time. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Well done. Okay. Yeah. To be clear, I mean, you both felt the heartbreak of this. Whatever this is, it just... Imagine pulling... There's room at the top. There's room at the top. And then the more you keep reaching for that top, you realize, oh, it's not there at all. I'm just pulling air. When there's something to work towards, you got proof. There wasn't any more room at the top. It was all air. Hopeless in reverse. You decided to not be a victim. That feeling of sinkingness and despair, you decided to unchain yourself from that, unbind your hands. You know what's interesting about that in the Eight of Swords? Classically in the Eight of Swords depiction, we see one lone figure who was like this, always bound. I don't want to see and you can't make me. You used to suffer from that. Like I said, they're still back there, wondering why. It's a perfectly good path, Cancer. What's your problem? I'll be here if you need me. You're like, I don't. But yeah, you were tired of that sinking feeling, falling apart. And you were tired of feeling broken, shattered. You were tired of the heartbreak. And you feel like your sense of self was being destroyed a little bit every day. A broken sense of self. I understand. You decided to change that too. Change your vision, change your outlook, and definitely change how you see yourself. You're not broken. There's more in you. What are we trying to say here? Come on. Wealthy man. Some of you identify as the wealthy man, or that you might have been connecting to. I don't know. It just tells me this is someone who's got their shit together, knows how to work or work hard. Might have a bit of the Midas touch. So you were looking more about the emotional wealth or lack of emotional wealth and whatever this connection is. If some of you are financially quite stable and or sound at 13. Okay. Some of you hope your future person has more prospects. I don't quite know. Concern, 33. You have a lot of concern. Okay. Messages in reverse twice. They stop talking to you? This is the fullness of one's thoughts. These aren't little messages. This is the fullness of thought, twice in reverse. The long letter, the long letter twice. They stopped sharing the plan or the vision with you, or they stopped having a goal. And they didn't want to say that or express it or refuse to acknowledge it. They stopped having dreams or goals. Goalposts a long time ago, having something to move towards. So it felt like you really were reaching for the top that there wasn't one. It was constant promises, that big idea, that big plan, that job change, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow came and went, right? I don't know necessarily it's about wealth, guys, but it's hard to be tied to someone who doesn't seem to have dreams or goals or ambition. They're willing to sacrifice their connection and how someone feels about them or cares about them because they don't want to deal with their own shit. You know? So I don't really know that it was a resource issue so much. I don't know how I can continue to tie myself to someone who doesn't have a plan, a dream, or vision. You can't believe in you. Why should I believe in you? That's what it's really speaking to. Okay. You want a family in 17, or you have a family, or you got kids, or you want to build a nest where there's real prospect for growth and family, stuff like that. 17, 13, 33, 27, 7. Okay. Z, H, G, we have, and J, sorry. We have double Scorpio Mandalin. You might have some very strong Scorpio in your chart. Could be connecting to. The seasons might be important to you. We also have Saggy here, but it's the arrow. I know that, eventually your goal is the Cupid's arrow to strike home in love. But you're saying that can wait for now. And you're right. Soul bond, infinity loop, something like that. You want a healthy bond next time, or a real bond. One that feeds back to you what you put in. I understand. Okay. Cancer, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.